A $100,000 funded account can change your life. In the past 30 days, I've been able to withdraw $8,000 from a $100,000 account, and I'm going to break down the trades I took to make these withdrawals. But also show my accounts and everything. I don't have the second payout, but it is saying the account ready to pull out. So without wasting any more time, let's just get straight into the breakdown. First of all, just going through the trade matrix of my account. As you can see, we have total earnings of $2,460. That was sent and approved to my account. I'll put a photo of the actual deposit into my account. From this, it was around £1,000. And if you go into the dashboard of my account, this is the current funded $100,000 account with $5,471 in profit on this account with zero breaches or anything like that. So just going through the first trade here. This was the trade. We actually took a loss on the account initially, and then this trade made us around 3,500. I think we lost around 1,000, so then we made a grand total of $2,500. I'll break down the trade now. So simply, we have an uptrending market where we're just accumulating, and then we come into this phase here where we had this reaccumulation zone. When the market had that reaccumulation zone, we seen that the market broke this high. Initially, we was failing the high, and then we had a small wick down. We then had an impulse break in the high, but it wasn't strong enough on a higher time frame. So what we did is watch the market come down from that reaccumulation phase, and then we classed it as a new distribution phase. So once the market's now changed that phase, so if I just draw it out, we have accumulation, then we have reaccumulation, and it looks to be a distribution now to the top side. However, we couldn't carry on distributing. So then we move into our distribution phase. Once we was in this distribution phase, we took the trade at around 9:30 a.m. So it was around these candlestick wick highs. And as you can see at this high, we had this nice supply zone that was created once the market actually broke above the previous high we were talking about. And once we had that tap into that zone, that is when I took a sell order that caused this nice move down. And then once the market actually did this, if we just draw out these zones like so we're distributing, and then we want to see a kind of redistribution phase, but then the market started to push higher and higher and break these highs, where we can clearly see that this was the entire reaccumulation phase instead of this. So a lot of people will think this is the reaccumulation phase, but this was actually, this entire move down was the reaccumulation phase. So technically we were trading a failed reaccumulation phase for distribution, which actually then we played the move down for the real reaccumulation. And that's the simple trade. We took it from a supply, we had the trend bias, we had the, we didn't have any ICIs or anything like that. It was a very simple trade. You could have played the break back down this level. So if we broke this level, SL above this high, you could have played the drawdown into these zones, but we didn't do that. If I just clear my chart up and make it easier to look at, I'll just go on here. As you see, looking at hindsight, it does look quite simple, but when you have that kind of that imprint in your mind of the way charts move and the trends that we're in and the way, you know, these formations occur, you can easily see where the market's going to reverse from, bounce from, and all these different elements. So now that's the first trade done. We've withdrawn those profits. Let me talk about my trade on Tuesday. So as you can see, simple trend in the market. We was having a nice sell-off, so we wanted to play the continuation from that. I believe we had CPI or some sort of news around this time that caused that downtrend. So we wanted to play the continuation of this downtrend, and we wanted to see a redistribution occur. So as you can see, the market's moving down. We're just chopping down, and then we had a redistribution phase where we came into this zone. And as you can see on a 5-minute time frame, if we zoom into that, we had a nice liquidity sweep above the Asian high. And once we actually got the breakdown from there, I was actually able to catch shorts up here from these previous pivot points as we liquidated that high, and I didn't expect the market to continue on much from there. So once we actually got that and we broke down, you could have potentially looked to enter shorts on that retracement back into that zone. And then once we got that sell-off, we was able to net $5,500 from this trade on this funded account. People do generally overcomplicate trading and make it a very difficult game, and I think a lot of people make it seem harder than it actually is. Yes, trading is very hard. You need a lot of discipline. You need to, you know, work on your mental a lot, is kind of the big side of it. But at the same time, if you've got a proven strategy that works for you and it continuously is evolving and you're adding to it and taking away from it and building a strategy that works, once you actually get into the rhythm of using this strategy and your emotions are in line, the trades will line up and you will start getting your accounts, you will start getting your payouts. You just need to bide your time. So that was 2 simple chart breakdowns of 2 payouts. Well, one's due, already got the other payout. I'll put everything on here. Everything's completely transparent for you guys. We've been able to pass multiple funded accounts last week, so I'll be doing breakdowns on how I pass those accounts. Like on my story, I put a $200,000 Ascend X account, and we passed a phase 1 200k alpha account this morning. So we're constantly evolving and, you know, breaking through the barriers of the funding journey, and I want you guys to be involved with me. So look out for new videos coming on the breakdowns of these accounts that I'm trading, and I hope you enjoyed the video.